Good afternoon, welcome to the attic. Another rant from me, I'm afraid. They're not all going to be rants, but yesterday I came across something that annoyed me a bit. I am a member of a Facebook group for the Sony a7 III, and the group's got, I think, about 75,000 members, and a lot of people are posting about new gear, asking questions about what lens to buy, and a lot of people are sharing their photos as well, which is really nice. You get to see a really diverse array of imagery. You get to give advice to people starting out. You get to see advice being given to other people, which can sometimes be really useful. And it's a nice way of keeping up to speed with what's happening with Sony. And yeah, just it's a nice community. One of my issues with it is that the users tend to post quite a lot of photographs of half-naked women. That seems to be a popular choice of subject amongst a lot of photographers. It's not necessarily Sony shooters, I think it's all photographers, but it tends to be at times quite a male-oriented group. And that's okay. It's a bit depressing at times just to see people taking up photography so that they can A, hang out with women not wearing much clothing, and B, spending a lot of time staring at their screens featuring said half-naked women. A post I saw yesterday annoyed me. So someone's just bought an a7 III. They said they've just done their first shoot. Any tips appreciated for the edit? So they're asking for editing advice. They know that they're not an experienced photographer necessarily. And it's a pretty enough picture of a young woman sitting on a wall of some sort. Straight away, one of the comments, "Sure, let me know if she's available for a local pickup." And you just think, are we still at a stage where people think it's okay to objectify women, make misogynistic comments, and just generally be a bit creepy? You know, photography doesn't have a great reputation as it is. If you don't know the term GWC, guy with camera, it's basically someone who takes up photography so that they can hang out with half-naked women and say, "Oh, you're a model, come and do a shoot with me and wear this lingerie or put this bikini on." And I know someone who went to jail for inappropriately touching one of the models that they were working with. They were sentenced, I think, for 2 years. I won't go into the details of what they did, but yeah, it's just creating a culture that's not helpful, especially given that so many photographers are men. A lot of these communities are dictated by the male gaze, and it doesn't feel like a safe and welcoming space for female photographers or for models. I mean, you don't need to look far to find models who've had bad experiences of working with photographers, male and female models, male and female photographers. It's not just one way. It's just that men seem to be in the majority, and therefore most of the examples that you come across are of women being made to feel uncomfortable, and in some cases a lot worse. So yesterday I responded to this comment. I just posted a link to the Urban Dictionary definition of GWC, and the guy replied quite promptly saying, "Oh, opportunity knocks," or something really crass like this. And sometimes you don't want to engage because you know it's going to be an argument. You know you're going to be sitting there thinking, "Oh, what witty, incisive, like cutting comment am I going to make next?" And yeah, it's just not worth your energy. So I just finished off with, I think, a kitten vomiting, basically, as if to say, "Come on, man, you're disgusting." And yeah, he didn't respond, which is probably good because I would have kept on going, unfortunately. And I think what I would urge people to do is when you see this behaviour, call it out. Don't sit there passively and just let it ride and think, "Oh, well, boys will be boys," or, "Yeah, I mean, here's an example of a dinosaur, it's a dying breed." It's still got to be called out. You've got to make a point of standing up, putting your head above the parapet and saying, "Do you know what? This isn't appropriate, and what you're doing is really not cool." So yeah, that's my little rant today. Please, if you see it, share it, call it out, tell people they're being obnoxious, tell people that it's just not welcome in the 21st century anymore and they need to stop. Thanks for listening to me rant. If you want to add to the conversation, feel free to write something in the comments below. As usual, you can click the thumbs up and you can subscribe as well. Blah, blah, blah. Social media, algorithm, usual stuff. See you next time.